The Alchemist Dilemma. The roar of flames crackled in Dot's ears as he narrowly dodged a blazing beam crashing down from the tavern's rafters. The heat was oppressive, turning his usually cozy sanctuary into a hellish inferno. He could hear the panicked shouts of his patrons, their faces masks of fear and desperation. Smoke billowed around him, stinging his eyes and filling his lungs with each ragged breath. "Over here!" Dot shouted, his voice barely rising above the din. He darted through the chaos, his gnarled hands gripping the shoulders of a trembling young troll, guiding him toward the exit. The boy's eyes, wide with terror, locked onto Dot's, and the elder troll gave a reassuring nod. "You'll be safe, lad. Just keep moving." Dot turned back into the fray, scanning the room for any stragglers. His heart pounded with a mix of fear and resolve. This was his home, his haven, and he wouldn't abandon it, or those within it, without a fight. His eyes caught a flicker of movement near the bar, and he pushed through the smoke, coughing as he went. Behind the counter, huddled and coughing, was Alara, one of his regulars. Her usually vibrant blue skin was ashen with fear, her eyes watering from the smoke. Dot reached her side, pulling her up. "Come on, Alara! We need to get out of here!" "But the fire! It's everywhere!" she gasped, clutching his arm. Dot's eyes darted to the far corner of the room, where the fire had not yet reached. An idea sparked, wild and dangerous. "Stay close to me," he commanded, pulling Alara along. They ducked behind the bar, Dot's nimble hands working quickly to retrieve a small, ornate bottle hidden among the shelves. His fingers brushed over the runes etched into the glass, a potent elixir he'd hoped never to use. "This should buy us some time," Dot muttered, uncorking the bottle. He splashed the liquid in a wide arc, and a cool, shimmering barrier formed around them, warding off the heat and flames. Alara looked at him in astonishment, but there was no time for explanations. "That will hold for now. Let's go." Dot led her toward the back exit, the protective shield shimmering around them like a second skin. They burst through the door, into the cool night air, collapsing on the cobblestone street as the tavern behind them roared in its fiery demise. Dot's relief was short-lived. From the shadows emerged a figure he hadn't expected to see. Magnar, a menacing troll with eyes like burning coals and a reputation as dark as the night itself. He stepped forward, his lips curling into a sinister smile. "Quite the show, Dot," Magnar sneered. "But I'm not here for the spectacle. I'm here for the vial." Dot's heart sank. The vial Magnar referred to was no ordinary concoction. It held the essence of the Aetherbane, a rare and deadly plant capable of nullifying any troll's magic. Dot had kept it hidden, fearing what such a power could unleash if it fell into the wrong hands. Alara's grip tightened on his arm, and Dot could feel her fear mirroring his own. He met Magnar's gaze, his mind racing. Handing over the vial could spell disaster, but refusing might cost them their lives, and more. "Magnar, you know what that vial can do," Dot said, his voice steady despite the turmoil within. "It's too dangerous, even for you." "That's precisely why I need it," Magnar replied, stepping closer, his eyes glinting with dark intent. "Give it to me, or I'll take it by force, and you know I can." Dot's mind whirled, the weight of the decision crushing. The vial was in a hidden compartment, just behind the bar, accessible yet concealed. He could lie, stall for time, or perhaps fight, though the odds were bleak. His gaze flickered to Alara, then back to Magnar. The flames crackled louder, a reminder of the urgency. Dot's heart pounded as he faced the impossible choice: safeguard a perilous power, or protect the lives at stake, knowing the consequences could ripple far beyond this moment. "Well, Dot?" Magnar's voice cut through the tension like a blade. "What's it going to be?" Dot took a deep breath, his decision hanging in the balance as the night seemed to hold its breath, waiting for his next move.